Hi guys, Sam here from SD Grow Maintenance. I hope you're doing well. We are back with a bang after the bank holiday weekend. We got a busy week ahead. We got fencing, we've got garden tidy ups, we've got fence repairs, the whole shebang. So let's get into it. Let's get to the first job. Let's crack on. First job is to put 2 concrete spurs in here, and then we've got some trellis to fix. 3 bays worth there. And then we are lifting up this gate because it just keeps catching on the pavement there. So yeah, let's get some tools out. So here we go, 2 spurs fitted, 3 trellises put in. I've advised the client because it's got a top post which has gone rotten. So eventually at some point I would imagine all this wants replacing because it's starting to sag, so you can see in the middle here there's a gap. Does my Sweden, but there we go, it is what it is. So yeah, and then the other thing that we did, and I didn't show you this morning, was the gate was catching on the bottom here, so I've lifted it up and reset the hinge. Good morning everyone. So Wednesday morning and I am over in Guilford today. This is a job that we do annually, all the hedges, but the front privet hedge has got out of control. So the customer has asked me if I can reduce it off of the pavement. As you can see, it's quite bushy here, so we're going to kind of take it to a line here. So it's probably 2 foot in the widest part coming off. All the way down here. So yeah, let's get some kit and crack on. Right, there we go then, all done. It's made a huge difference already. The mums coming with their pushchairs to nursery and school this morning saying how much of a difference it's going to make. You know, we took it back from about here. You can kind of see how close to the road that hedge is. So yeah, I went along and sort of just edged up, so just reveal a bit more pavement. I'd imagine over time this is all crept out, so it probably actually goes further back there. But anyway, that's made a big difference. Customers happy, and now we're off to do some more jobs. So yeah, all done here in Guilford. I'm off to Screwfix and I'm off to Garden Imports now to pick up some bits. The lawn renovation that I did on the 7th of April hasn't taken very well. Now obviously I'm the only one that waters it, so I'm struggling to get over every night to water it. So unfortunately that means that a lot of places haven't taken. I've got to reseed it. The weather's been so dry and dusty and hot, still we haven't had any rain. So anyway, I spoke to Ryan from Garden Imports and we're trying to come up with a solution for basically running 2 sumi soakers left and right side of the garden. Hopefully that gives about a 5 metre coverage on both soakers. So hopefully what I'm going to do is I'm going to redress and reseed the whole area, just give it a more fighting chance, and then I'll run these 2 sumo soakers on a timer, and then hopefully better results. But yeah, it's still quite chilly in the evenings. I mean, it was 7 when I got up this morning. Well, 7 degrees, not 7 o'clock. But anyway, team are also out fencing today, doing some fence repairs. As I say, I am off to a regular ad hoc customer to do some planting and do some hedge cutting. So yeah, I'll see you later. So some of you may remember this garden from a few YouTubes ago. Another little trim up here today, putting in another plant. Do you remember we removed those roses and put over here? I'm currently in the middle of reducing this pyracanthus, coming around all these shrubs to cut. We're going to remove a few lower limbs off this ash and the neighbouring oak tree, and then have a bit of a tidy up over the shed with the overhanging branches. So yeah, already made a start on the pyracanthus. Just getting a bit too big for the space, so we're kind of taking a metre off the top. I've got some jasmines to replace that one and this pyracanthus, and as I say, there's a viburnum over there that I'm going to put in. They kind of like each shrub to be different, so yeah, look nice. Good morning, everyone. Thursday morning, and we are in Bookham. Now, this is again another regular customer. So we do the gardening here every Monday morning, and we've got a few landscape projects today. So one job today is their child is a drum teacher. Pretty cool. So we're going to be putting in a better path for the students. So we'll be putting in our core edging all the way up to the doorstep, getting rid of all this rubble. And then we're basically going to put a simple 20mm shingle path in. So yeah, it'll run from the doorstep here all the way up to the garden path here, and then at some point we'll add on another bit to go across here. The other job is a whole new fence line. Now, I quoted this back in December when there pretty much wasn't anything on these trees. So, well, there wasn't anything on these trees at all. So it looked a simpler job. But yeah, I mean, the fence is, as you can see, it's rotten. You can see daylight through it. I mean, I don't know if you can see this on the camera. It's had better days. Now, two problems with this. First one is we've got this tree, so we're going to have to V around the tree. And then when I was doing my inspections a couple of weeks ago, just making sure everything was okay, I came across this. A bird's nest. So that means, and we've decided and agreed with the customer that we're only going to come up to a certain point today and tomorrow. We will then have to find another time, obviously once they've fledged, to finish off down into that corner. Yeah, bit of a pain in the arse, but there we go. It is what it is. I'm not disturbing it, and we're not going to remove it. And as I say, everyone's in agreement that we just stop where we are. It is what it is. We'll let nature take its course. So yeah, that's us for the next 2 days. There's 4 of us on a job to try and get it completed. The skip hasn't turned up because they ran out of driver's hours. A load of rubbish, but there we go. And the materials didn't turn up yesterday either, so it should be a challenging day nevertheless. Anyway, it depends what I can get filmed today, but I will try my best. But I think it's just going to be one of those days where we just crack on. You've seen them before, and I'll show you that after a bit later on. So we've got our core 10 edging in now, but what we're finding is these big trees are playing havoc with the root system underneath. So it's bending and weaving all of the core 10. So we're going to have to probably pin it in places where it's been wobbling or it's got a curve on it. Hopefully, when we put in the shingle, it can push up against it and that will hold it a little bit better. But yeah, it's not as perfect as I would like. So it's just gone 1:30. We just off for a bit of lunch, but as you can see, we've made real good progress this morning. Skip turned up, we managed to get that loaded with the rubble from the path, and yeah, we've just been working along here. We were going to keep a lot of this vegetation, but actually we've agreed that we're going to rip it out because where our fence goes, a lot of the roots go. But yeah, we've made quite good progress, so we're going to dig our holes, try and get a bit ahead before the materials turn up because they are late. But yeah, we're making good progress. Good morning. It's Friday and we've made it, thank God, but without a few hiccups along the way. Four-man job yesterday, but only 3 men turned up. One labourer, complete no-show. It got to about 2:30 and we still had no deliveries. I asked for first thing, 3 o'clock, eventually the delivery turns up. They lifted it over the wall very kindly. We had 2 ton of 20mm shingle, which you can see that we've put in this morning. 13 posts, 13 gravel boards, 26 bags of concrete and 6 feather edge. Well, the posts were wrong. They gave us ended posts, not the slotted posts, and they only gave us 11. They only gave us 11 gravel boards and they only gave us 13 bags of cement. So that means we can't even make a start this morning. Called up, oh, we're so sorry, we'll get this rectified tonight. Well, it's 8 o'clock this morning and nothing has been delivered. I can't get hold of the company. So that puts us now in a position where, what do we do? As I say, we've put the path in and that's looking pretty good. A few little alterations to make on that. So yeah, we're just going to have to try and do what we can do. If I show you here, we've sort of raked over this area. There's wild bluebells and saplings, and I think just whilst we're here, we're going to clear this. It's a job on the list anyway, but why not? We'll just get it done for them. And then we're probably going to put some bark down here just to sort of tie this area all in neatly. As I said yesterday, the customer was talking about then putting a tee off here, or Y off, whatever you want to call it, to then have that as a path as well. A bit frustrating, nevertheless. It's always something in there. There is always something in the way to get the job done, whether that's staff, materials, waste. It does my nutting, and I get quite stressed about it. But it is what it is, you know. What can you do? Anyway, we're going to try and do what we can do now, and I'll join you a bit later.
One eternity later.
We're done. We're finished. Well, I say we're finished, but we've got all of this done now today. Just up to the end of the hut, because as I said, there's a nesting bird, or there's a bird's nest up at the end there, so we don't want to disturb that. But yeah, I'll show you. We've got our 9 bays in. That was today. So panels change colour. The customer already had a whole load of panels, so we're just going to utilise them and use them. And as I say, we've got up to this tree and we've probably got another 4 or 5 bays to go in there. It's quite deceiving how far that goes back. But anyway, yeah, really happy with what we've achieved today. It's been hard going. The ground level's so different everywhere, so we've had to step it quite a way. But yeah, we're all looking good. So, we're off to the yard. But look, there's a pub right there. So we're going to come back, because I know what will happen. I'll end up having a couple of drinks and then I won't want to unload the van. So we'll go and unload, get everything ready for the night, and then we're coming back to the pub. Well, that's it. That's Friday, done and dusted. We've had a busy week. The last 2 days, it hasn't gone to plan, but you know what? We got done what we can get done. I treated the boys to a drink tonight, as I always do, because everybody worked hard this week. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of filming this week because, again, it's just one of those things where you just need to crack on. I don't have the time to keep picking up the camera and filming this angle, which sounds really bad, I know, but it is what it is. And don't forget, guys, you can follow us on all the socials. And if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. Peace.